Buongiorno, this is Steven Seagal, I'm Herman.
I'm Pukki, and you're listening and watching Linear Rock.
Steven Seagal, welcome to Milan and welcome to Linear Rock.
Grazie, grazie.
From Finland to Italy, you brought some bad weather, but that's okay anyway.
It follows us around.
All right, great. So, guys, let's start from actually the very beginning. When did the band get together, and whose idea was that? Whose fault is? This band and this project, which really is getting the world.
It was our booking agent who came up with the idea of having some kind of country band for the certain occasion.
Yeah, it was meant to be a 20 gig long tour in Finland in restaurants and stuff. It was a side project to begin with.
Okay. And actually, the idea was like a stroke of genius since the beginning, or it's a result of some kind of process, that you were maybe working on since a few months.
Well, yeah, you could say it's been evolving for maybe 4 years before it came what it is today.
Wow. Okay.
So little by little.
All right. And how would you describe yourself, to somebody that still isn't aware of your phenomenon?
Well, we are playing metal covers with bluegrass instruments. That is quite easy to understand, but
Okay.
it's way more. There's something else to Finnish folk.
And some Slavic things, a bit of a Turkish twist every now and then, or I don't know.
All right.
It's anything.
Okay, so you've been described as country, as hillbilly, bluegrass. Which definition do you think that fits you better, and what's the real difference between these definitions for non-experts, like hardcore rockers like us, that maybe don't know the difference between those genres?
We don't know them either. I mean, we don't know the difference. It's really hard to tell. I guess you could call it hillbilly.
All right.
If you like.
Okay. And which were the first songs that you've been working on together?
We started with Lady Gaga.
Mm-hmm. So
Poker
different.
Face, which is obviously
first.
something different we are doing now. So we started with pop songs, and maybe last 3 years we've been playing only metal or rock covers.
Yeah, that's interesting, because I noticed that you pick mainly hard and heavy songs to cover, except Lady Gaga that you just mentioned. But isn't it because it's the easiest songs to cover in your key, or because they are the hardest to do? Why hard and heavy is the perfect to pick? And
well, I think the main reason is that all of us used to listen a lot of metal when we were young. We still do. So that kind of just feels right.
Yeah, it just comes naturally to us. It's stuff we grew up listening to. So
we don't really listen Lady Gaga at all. No. I don't like that music.
But that was a hit, so it was. It
was fun for a while.
Yeah.
But
you don't play that anymore?
No.
No, not anymore. Okay. So how do you choose songs, and how is the rearranging process developing within the band? It's who's the volcano of ideas? Let's do this, let's do that, and then
we usually just, some of us come up with a couple of ideas. Maybe we sit down, play around with them, see how it goes, record something, throw out the bad stuff, keep the good.
Okay.
So to try and keep the essence of the song, the key elements and whatnot. So I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain when you're a part of it. I mean, if you'd be an outsider, it would possibly be easier to explain the whole process, but it's mainly just playing.
Sometimes you just hear a song from a radio and just start to toss around with the ideas, and so tell me about the possibility of making an arrangement of the song. And sometimes it works, sometimes not.
Sometimes not.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've thrown out a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep.
You're very severe with yourself.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Dead serious.
And did you expect that your success could literally, explode like it did, and so quick as well? Since you put it, that video on those videos actually on YouTube, it was like immediate. You said that you've been working on it since 4 or 5 years, but it was very quick since you put the video on. So did you expect it, and mainly did success find you ready and willing to deal with it, or it was difficult for you?
Couldn't see that coming, really.
No, that's true. It wasn't planned.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just needed to do a video for our booking agent because our thing is quite hard to explain if you can't see it and hear it. So making that kind of live video was mainly for promotional purposes.
Yeah, and it was cheap.
Yeah.
Paid 125 euros to a friend who
Wow.
was a professional photographer, so that helped. But still.
And many bands seem to do that, making just very live videos.
Yes.
So just feel we need to do that too.
And do you think that a phenomenon like Steven Seagal's actually belongs to an era like the one we're living in? The internet, the web is helping, some bands a lot.
Oh,
so do you think that
sure.
would have been different maybe 20 years ago for a band like yours to like emerge, and
For sure.
It would have, definitely. But then again, 20 years ago, I don't know. Well, I was a teenager at the time, so I don't remember very well, but there weren't too many bands like this around. I mean, the whole concept of playing kind of hard rock songs in another style is really nothing new, but our style is kind of, or it's possibly a little more versatile than some of the bands that do the same thing.
And do you know about Hayseed Dixie?
Oh, yeah.
From America? Okay. Were they any kind of influence or inspiration for you guys?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we've seen them live a couple of times.
I got one of their albums in 2004, so I've been following them ever since.
Okay.
They have been an influence, but we try not to copy them.
Yeah,
Sure.
they are playing like very traditional bluegrass style.
Yeah.
So that's not what we do. It's like we have those instruments, but how could you put it?
I don't know. We just can't compete with their traditional thing because they're really so in their whole tradition.
Sure.
That's something we don't do.
And which we totally appreciate.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they sounded good live.
So we mentioned ACCDC. There's also, two cellos, which is different kind of thing, but still, covering rock classics in a different key, and also Apocalyptica from even before, and they were from Northern Europe like you. What do you think there's so much
they're
interest?
from Finland too.
Yeah. Okay. So what do you think there's so much interest, in projects like yours nowadays, or actually even in the last 15 years? A lot of people is like hungry, for this kind of
There
music.
seems to be some kind of an era going on with the cover songs. I don't know where it comes from.
True, and it just might be that it's sort of a small counter movement against the whole EDM scene and shit like that. I mean, rock pretty much is in a coma these days. Doesn't exist. There's not many good rock bands around. So I guess, and especially if teenagers these days pick up, when they're starting to learn instruments, they pick up old songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hard to say.
The album Farm Machine came out 1 year ago exactly. It was 8 May 2015 on Spine Farm Records. Are you working on some new stuff at the moment? Maybe original material? What's the next level for Steven Seagal?
Well, we just finished our second studio album recording sessions in April.
Okay.
And next album is coming out in September. And there's going to be one original too, so we've been trying that too. And we are writing our own stuff, like all the songs.
Are you already playing the original tune?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Oh yes, you do.
We'll have to wait until the album release.
Oh, okay. So, and can you give us any anticipation about the new songs that's going to be on the new record, and maybe the title, if it's possible? If it's not, it's okay anyway.
No, we don't even have the title yet.
All right, not yet.
But it's the concept is pretty much the same, but it's got a lot more stuff in it. I don't know how else to put it. I mean, it's just more stuff.
You mean more instruments, more arrangements,
Yeah.
or it's okay? So
Yeah.
it's gonna be.
Yeah, and the first album was produced by ourselves. And
Yeah.
now we have like a producer from outside, so that made it quite different to have get those ideas from outside. So.
The Thunderstruck video, which is like 24 million views right now on YouTube, and still counting, by the way. And surprisingly, it has even more views than the original ACCDC video, which is
Really?
which is quite amazing. And it's like your talisman, your lucky charm. What do you think?
Yeah, it is, definitely.
And ACCDC wrote that song, of course, but you elevated it, bringing it to a new life, which is even, more fun, and it's so great. So people, it seems to get it. And why that one? Do you think was because you put the Trooper and Holy Diver before,
Yeah.
but with that one, everything exploded. Why do you think that was the one?
Well, I think ACCDC has always had some kind of special place in this band.
Yes.
It's like all-time favorite. So
Yeah, I got my
And that
first
song.
ACCDC album when I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can't avoid that. I don't know.
it's that song. That's just something.
It's a huge crossover hit.
Yeah.
You can't really miss that. I mean, and we had done that live for at least 3 years before we did the video. So
Oh, really?
yeah.
So
It was the arrangement was a bit different. We had to sort of rearrange the whole thing a little bit, but didn't even play around with it that much.
and now you stick to the video arrangement, playing live, or actually it's another version as well? Because I see that you have a complete drum set here. So
Yeah, that's what we do mostly nowadays. When
Okay.
we play live, we have it's kind of a louder setup.
yeah.
So
And did ACCDC ever contacted you guys at some point?
No,
after what happened?
unfortunately.
No.
Unfortunately, not.
Oh, okay. So, what do you think, about what's happening to ACCDC right now? The ACCDC gate. You're certainly, in a privileged position as fans, since you had so many views of that cover song. So.
I don't know. It could be worse. I mean, I was expecting the worst, but I saw a couple of videos of their 2 different gigs, I think, and it didn't sound too bad. It sounded good. It was pretty okay. It's not the same.
Okay, so it's Steven Seagal's approved.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
You could say that.
Okay. And where did you actually shoot those videos? Is in your home farm?
Yeah, the very first one, the Trooper, was filmed in my summer place, and all the rest are filmed in Hiltonen's home farm.
Okay.
Yeah, the place he grew up in. Yeah. All the stuff you see in the videos belong to his father.
Okay. So, and do you think that being from Finland actually makes the difference for you guys? I mean, the fact, of being born there and being raised there, up to this project that you're doing.
Couldn't tell.
It might.
Yeah, it might.
Don't know.
Yeah.
It's well, I guess it's when we toured the States these last 2 times. It seemed to be sort of some interest to some people that we come from a very, very far away northern place there,
Yeah.
the land of eternal darkness.
The land of eternal darkness, right? And talking about your traditional type of instruments and also other tools, wizardry, devilry that you're using, like the anvil and so on. How hard is it, to actually bring your show on a stage? As we already said, you added, also a drum kit. And do you have any amplification issues or problems, sort of problems like that? Was it difficult to build this show?
Well, it's very challenging to amplify those acoustic instruments and to avoid the feedback.
Yeah.
But luckily we have a great sound technician, Antti, who's like the 6th member of the band.
Okay.
He's like doing very much to help us. So, but it's challenging.
Yeah, it has been, and it still is. But the setup is pretty much settled nowadays.
All right.
Yeah.
And which kind of audience comes to your show?
There was we had a good show in France. There was a prime example of the audience we get. There was a bunch of early teenagers, kids, just minors. I mean, in the front row with their parents, with some of them possibly their grandparents, and right a couple of meters after them, there was a mosh pit with these 25-year-old guys without shirts, drunk as hell.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And what we can expect from a Steven Seagal show? People that is addicted to your videos actually will find what they're looking for, in your opinion, or they find more?
Hopefully more.
Hopefully more.
Hopefully.
People keep saying that. It's different, but it's kind of in a better way.
Okay.
So I hope.
It's louder.
Yeah. It's louder. Yeah.
Which is always good. Okay.
Up to a point.
So the band's name is a pun of a famous American actor's name. Why him, and do Mr. Steven Seagal know about your band and never contacted you?
No.
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 Like ACCDC, no, not contact at all.
No, I guess he's pretty much fed up with the puns or the memes driven from his name.
Okay.
There's a bunch going around in the internet, so you must have seen some of those.
Yeah. Okay, so no contact at all. But why him for you?
Well, that was the time we were trying to figure out the name for the band, and my girlfriend suddenly just came up with the idea
Okay.
of Steven Seagal. He was tossing around with the name, and
Okay.
I just thought that sounds good. And
Yeah, we all thought it was good. It was
Yeah.
by far the best option we had at that time. We came up with some really, really terrible ideas.
Like, for example?
There was the Grainsville Cox,
Okay.
yeah,
kind of from the name of our hometown, translated to English, and the rest. But there was, what else?
can't remember.
I don't even remember. There was the dickheads, but
Steven Seagal just sounded like us. Yeah.
Your success is really fantastic and unpredictable. Did you actually change the world, or the world is changing you right now? What do you think?
it's both ways.
Both ways?
Yeah.
And that's it. You
That's
don't
it.
want to comment on that. Okay, that's it.
If he wants to.
No, that's too big question.
And how do you imagine this band in 10 years by now? Still doing this? 5 years are already gone, so
Yeah, we think we have to.
It's our job too. So.
okay. So now it's your main job.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
Actually.
Yeah, it is. Well, let's hope for the best. You never know how long it'll last, so enjoy it while it lasts.
Okay, so next goals for you guys? I mean, you're doing a new record, but are you gonna ever tour the world? I mean, do you see this as becoming, your real job, you know, for the next few years. So.
Yeah, I hope we can carry on with doing this and making records.
Yeah, let's hope for a good response for the next album, and then if it'll sell well enough, they'll let us do another third album. So that's probably our main goal at the moment.
And you still get along? I mean, you were friends, I guess, even before this. So do you still get along the same way? This thing changed some, you know, things among you, or still the same?
Possibly.
Some.
And we've got used to those ups and downs, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, we can always figure it out.
Oh yeah, we've known each other for more than 10 years now, all of us. So it's there's nothing new really.
All right.
No surprises on the way.
Yeah.
And what about the outfits? Who came with the idea for that? And are you gonna dress like in the videos tonight?
It's close.
Yeah,
Close to.
probably.
Yeah. It's just stuff. I don't know. We don't have a stylist.
Really? So it's just your
No,
ideas and.
Yeah.
Grab something.
Things we find.
Because, you know, it seems, you know, everything seems perfect. You know, you have a perfect image for what you sound like. So it's.
Well, that's
Seems-
good to hear. Relieving kind of.
Yeah.
Okay, so last thing, maybe a couple of anticipation of the songs that will be on the record that is coming out in September. A couple of titles, if
A couple of titles.
would be great.
Well,
What can we give? We don't want to give the singles, but we
No,
Yeah.
okay,
we
okay,
can give you at least Born to Be Wild.
Yeah.
okay. Steppenwolf, okay.
And Symphony of Destruction.
Oh, Megadeth,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay. So it would be dedicated to Nick Menza, who just passed away.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately. we
Yesterday,
heard that.
so okay. Thank you very much, guys, and looking
you.
forward to see you in
Hey.
action and see you pretty soon, hopefully, back to Italy.
Oh yeah, we'll be back.
Yeah,
for sure.
absolutely.
Thank
Two
you
more
so
shows
much.
this trip, and
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.